Welcome back. We just got the small key from the upper northwest corner of the dungeon, and now we're going to tackle the final stretch of the dungeon, getting the bedroom key at long last, tackling the boss. So as you can see here, from right now I'm in the block puzzle room, and you want to climb the blocks in the corner in order to get to the second story. From this upper level, you want to go ahead and go through the door to the south to enter that frozen room that is just above the kitchens. From here you want to go to the east, which is, be to the west if you're playing the GameCube version. This will lead you towards the center of the dungeon. This is right above the room where Yetta was hanging out near the fireplace. And in here, you will use your small key to go through the locked door, and you'll find two Freezards. So this is kind of awkward because there's two of them right next to each other, and they can, if you're standing too close in between them, then they can both blast ice at you at the same time. So the trick to beating them, there's two things you can do. Obviously, you want to avoid getting frozen by them. So there's two things you can do. You can either use their turning slow. They turn really slow when they're trying to attack you. So what you can do is you make them attack in this direction, for example, then you run around behind them, and then as they're turning towards you very slowly, with a blast of ice slowly coming your direction, you want to use that to your advantage, get behind them, and start smacking them with the ball and chain. So this way they will be helpless for a couple seconds. And the other way is to move forward to get them to attack you. You back up, wait for them to stop blowing ice at you, and then run in for the kill. So you can quickly get a smack in while in between their breathing of ice. Once they're smacked apart, then they will split into several mini Freezards, which you can kill using your sword, but then they'll bounce around the room and stuff that way, so it's probably safer to use the ball and chain on them as well. Once you've defeated the first one, you want to go ahead and attack the second one, which will also split into mini Freezards. So once you have killed all of the enemies within this room, you'll see that there are some blocks that are along the wall that was right behind the Freezard itself, and you can either smack them with the ball and chain to push them off the ledge, or you can grab them and push them off. Now, you want to hop down and go over to the cannon, which is on the opposite side of the room, and put a bomb within it to shoot the cannonball off back into the previous room. Now, if you did not put a cannonball within this cannon yet, I actually did that earlier on in this dungeon. If you have not done that, you'll have to go downstairs, down the little ramp thing right here, and then go around and get the cannonball from outside. You can actually see the cannonballs on your minimap. They look like red dots. So as you can see, the cannonball is right in front of me here in this room, so you can see it on my minimap. So you'll just use it to get through that wall, and then you'll bring it up the ramp, place it within the cannon, and then shoot it up into this room. I think you can technically, just toss the cannonball up onto the ledge. You don't really have to use the cannon, but whatever. You want to pick up the lump of iron and place it within the nearby contraption majigger, then head outside and use the ball and chain to break the chunk of ice that is nearby, revealing a target that acts as a major shortcut in case you fall down. This is really nice. You want to pull the lever to get the cannonball on this side of the wall, and then pick it up and place it within the cannon that's in the center of this area. Now it's a little odd because this one is, at a diagonal direction compared to all the rest of the cannons that are within this dungeon. And you'll see that there's actually a Freezard off to one corner that would freeze you if you climbed up that ladder earlier, so it was kind of a pain in the butt, and you were like, well, how the heck am I going to defeat that? But now that we have this cannon here, and it's kind of suspiciously positioned just across the way from this cannon, you want to go ahead and place a bomb within it to shoot it with a cannonball. This will kill the Freezard, allowing us to go up the ladder. Now before we actually do that though, there's one more thing that I suggest you do. It's kind of optional I guess, but I think, if the mini Freezards see you, you kind of have to do this. You'll find out that if you try climbing up that ladder, the mini Freezards will come towards you, so what I recommend doing is shooting them with the hero's bow first. Now I suppose you could technically, use bomb arrows and stuff as well if you want, but I just suggest at least just knocking them out of the way away from the ladder, and they'll be able to climb up and they won't freeze you as soon as you get up top there. You want to begin working your way counterclockwise around this area and going towards the ladder, and once you get on top, you can defeat them with using your sword and stuff. Just be careful because they'll go flying all over the place, so just use your shield and stuff, and then if you would like to as well, you can also use the ball and chain, which might be faster and easier. Also, you can kind of knock the mini Freezards off the ledge and then they'll fall to their doom as well. With that, once they're all defeated, you want to go ahead and enter the next door. As soon as you enter, the doors will slam shut, and you'll see a short cinema showing off the room, and also pointing out the chest that is within the nearby little room. We'll be able to gain access to that here in just a little bit, but first we're going to have to kill some enemies. So it kind of looks like a little chapel in here or something. It's got tons of pews and cathedral windows and stuff. It's pretty sweet looking. Now before you do anything though, you want to notice that there are some ice stalactites that are hanging from the ceiling. Now these are actually more of those Chillfos that we fought earlier, and they will fall down and become enemies if you get too close. This room can be pretty stressful, so I will show you a few different methods to defeating them as long as we're here. Chillfos in particular, they're much more dangerous the more of them there are together. So there's a ton of them in this room, so fighting more than one at a time can be really dangerous. So in some ways, just inching your way forward and attacking one at a time is probably the best option for you. Now first of all, you can kill them before they even fall down by hitting the stalactites with the ball and chain. Arrows don't do much against them, however, the bomb arrows will work really nicely against Chilphos. You can smack them as soon as they're falling down. So you could technically, just inch forward a little bit, shoot them with a bomb arrow, inch forward a little bit more, and then shoot them with a bomb arrow like that. You can kill all of them one at a time really quickly before they have a chance to pull out smears and thus get more health. Now, if you decide to run in for sword combat, strong attacks work really well, and they will kill them really quickly. So attacks such as the jump attack, the spin attack, back slice, the helm splitter, the mortal draw, and the jump strike are all very effective. Now, the mortal draw and the jump strike in particular both leave you a little vulnerable for a little while in order to prepare to use that attack, so those two I think are a little more awkward than they are worth. Now, the pews in this room are kind of an obstacle and they get in the way, but they can easily be destroyed using the ball and chain. However, consider them a possibility to use them as a barrier against the Chilphos spears. So if you need a chance to think or to run away real quick and wait for the perfect time to come and attack them, use the pews to your advantage. Now here, for example, there's several Chilphos up ahead, so to lower the odds a bit, I'm going to use a new item that I haven't used at all thus far, called Bomblinks. Now these little guys are walking bombs that are similar to bomb shoes from previous level titles. Aim carefully and send them off, and these little things are very quick and very effective against Chilphos in particular. They will explode as soon as they touch anything, any solid objects and such. Remember, when attacking these guys, you can also quickly start using Z-targeting in order to use your shield, and this way, you can deflect their spear if they would otherwise be a little painful. Also, when using bomblings, make sure you have adequate space around you so they don't explode in front of you, just like that one did a moment ago. And a lot of your hidden skills can, take a few seconds to start using, such as the back slice and even the jump attack. So if you started out next to them, so in order to keep them from pulling out their spears, sometimes it's a good method to actually use regular sword attack and to stun them briefly, and then follow up with a stronger attack, such as a back slice and such, which will actually damage them. Also, the shield attack is very effective against them, so I recommend you use that a lot, and also a great combo is to use the helm splitter, which will kill them in one hit. Once you finally manage to kill them all, you want to go ahead and enter the next door to find a large chest. Open it to get the bedroom key. So Minda will then appear and essentially say, "Oh, we finally have it. It's not food this time." So she encourages you to go snag the next piece of the Mirror of Twilight. So with the key in hand, you want to go ahead and return to the courtyard area. So as soon as you come out the door, you'll see that Yetta has been stalking you. Kinda creepy. She explains that her husband's soup has really done the trick, and that she's feeling a lot better now. She sees that you have found the key, so she offers to escort you to the bedroom, which is right above us. She will then give us the chunk of the Mirror of Twilight that they found. She proceeds to waddle back and forth kind of slowly like a penguin, and then if you talk to her, she'll tell you that you should go on ahead and not wait for her. You want to go all the way up to the top and use the bedroom key on the heart-shaped lock on the very large doors. Like seriously, this is one huge entrance for a bedroom, but I suppose Yetta really does need something that large. So Yetta herself will then enter with you at the same time, and that concludes this video, guys. Join me for the next one, and we will tackle the boss of the Snow Peak Ruins.